Góðan daginn and welcome to the Project Pal. My name is Gunnhildur, I'm in Iceland, I live in Iceland, and this is my podcast, vlog, chatty type of thing where I talk mainly about yarn, knitting, crocheting, what I'm working on, what I've finished, and what I want to work on next. I think I got it done. Hi. So I still think making an intro is weird, but I still feel like it's something that, it's nice to have. Wait, what? Oh yeah, I also talk quite a bit about the weather because I'm your stereotypical middle-aged Icelander and the weather is important. Almost nailed it! Well, speaking of the weather, right now it's raining. It's a little foggy, I cannot see the mountains. Can't really see the... I'm not sure if I'm seeing the ocean or the fog because they're kind of the same color right now. Oh yeah. But at least it's not snowing. We don't have snow or ice right now, so that's a win. But yeah. So this is wait, number what are we on? I think we are on episode 134? Hang on. 133. Yeah. I'm a little confused because so I've told you before that next weekend I won't be here. I will be in Reykjavik for our company get together, our annual shindig entertainment. Getting drunk. And the company pays for it. No, not getting drunk, that's not fun. But yeah, having going to get together and listening to a lot of music, having a silent disco. I'm really excited about that. That was last time when we managed to go, and silent disco, if you haven't tried it, is hilarious and it's so much fun. Just a lot of people liked it, so the group that the organizers, they were like, so we're gonna do that again? Yes. So yeah. So next weekend, as I said, I won't be here. About this time that, yeah, around this time I should be off the hotel and doing something else. Because we're leaving for Reykjavik on Friday and we come back east Sunday. So local time I should be home. I mean, I think the flight is around like 7. So I should be back east around 8, so in the afternoon. I'm so happy, getting a little bit off track, I'm so happy that I decided to take that Monday off. Not just because I'm seeing my dentist at 8:15 in the morning, but also like, I'm gonna be really happy about having made that decision. But speaking of next weekend, I've already pre-filmed something for you. I really hope you're gonna like it, which is why I kind of got confused about the numbers of episodes. But like, we're past 133, like we passed 100 episodes. That's like doing good. I mean, it's going. So yeah, this has been a really fun commitment, like doing this every weekend. Can move you a little bit. And yeah, so I've been a little productive. Gonna start with the least productive. Hang on. Don't grab to each other. I've done a little bit with the neckline of the glassug. I don't know. I don't, like, as excited as I am about finishing it, I'm somehow not as excited about working on it, and I don't understand because this is so much fun to work on. Like, I don't understand myself. But yeah, I've got a little bit more done with the neckline of the glassug. and I only made like one or two mistakes. I'm gonna call it like a verification that this is handmade, and I'm sticking with that. So I don't think I'm gonna get this done before next weekend, mainly because my focus isn't the best, which is okay. That just happens. I am gonna get this sweater done this season, before Christmas. That's a goal. That's the second goal. But yeah, but also like in November I will be participating in Nano, so that's gonna take up a bit of my brain space. But you know, at the very least, I've got this one done, and that's it's gonna be so nice to wear this when we go to Reykjavik. It's nice, it's light, and it's colorful, and it's done. But yeah, this one will get done. I'm just not going to bully myself into finishing it. Like, it will get done. The other thing that I've been... Oh, that went blue. The other thing that I've been working a little bit on, I got this was done on this scarf. Oh, but it's gonna be so cool when it gets done. These are on the 5mm knitting needles. Focus, thank you. And with a Sirdar dual spun, which I'm still really liking. This ball of yarn is just... I'm loving the colors. This yarn is so much fun to work with, which is a delight. So I do always keep this scarf right by me. Like the sweater, the drops... No, Garden Studio Glasswool. That you work from the top down, and it's a raglan, so it is really fun. And with the drops melody, holding three together, you start with the 12mm knit needles that are the width of my thumb. Like, why it's having a tough time today trying to focus, unless it's my face, so oh well. Yeah, you start with the 12mm and then you move on to the 15, which is a little bit bigger. Not the biggest. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting. So on knit nights, well, the last one that was on Thursday, we had another lady who hasn't been showing up, but she decided that, you know what, this is something that would do her really good, to show up. And I'm really happy with that, because she is one of these just, you know, the type of person who is just has such a good, soft, warm present, and just being around them just makes you kind of like happy, like joyful, peaceful. Yeah, it's a really peaceful atmosphere that she brings, and it's just like this warmth. She's a very, very warm person, and just I'm so happy that she decides to come by. Also, because she is also one of those people that, oh, she doesn't hesitate to make fun of herself, right? So she actually makes me feel really, really good about my project pile. Because the yarn that she decided to bring and the project that she's working on are both 50 years old. She bought that yarn about 50 years ago for a project that's like a bedspread that she first started working on 50 years ago. And thankfully she's the type of person who just goes, you know what, I have this thing, I'm not ashamed of it, because being ashamed of it has absolutely no purpose. And so so she's bringing that project with her on Knit Nights so that she can work on it and hopefully finally get it done. And I let her know that, knowing that her project is like 50 years old, that makes me really happy about mine. Because yeah, it is. Because I do know that a lot of people do have old projects and yarn that they have been keeping for years and years and decades, and quite a few feel ashamed about admitting having it because, having something and then not working on it, you kind of feel bad about it, which enters us into this vicious cycle because we start feeling bad about it, so we connect the project with something negative, and we don't like feeling negative, so we don't work on it. But because we aren't working on it, we feel negative, which makes us not work on it. So, breaking that cycle can sometimes be a little bit difficult because it's a cycle of behaviors, and we know that when our brain decides on a certain set of behaviors, breaking against that can be it's work. So learning to associate like a project pile with positivity instead of negativity is good thing. So thankfully I don't feel bad about my pile of projects or like my yarn stash, which is huge. I am consciously working on always making sure that I think of it positively. I think of it in terms of possibilities and not things that I haven't done, because I know what negative thinking does. It's wishes. And I have enough with my anxiety and depression and all that thing that I can't really control. So with the things that I can control, I'm a focus on those. And but also like the pattern that she's working on, it's a crochet pattern. Looks really, really lovely. And she decided that in order to like encourage herself more, she decided to, instead of making a full bedspread, she's gonna make half. And because trends come and go, so like 50 years ago making a full bedspread was the trend, but nowadays it's more like making like in hotels it's like half a bedspread, or they were using the word renningur. I have no idea what the equivalent in English would be, but it's like but I do know the word, I just cannot remember it. But it's like when you got I know the word and now I can't remember it, so that's annoying me. But it's kind of like when you got a long strip of like fabric or duvet or tablecloth, right? And it's like this long piece, and it tends to be not very white. That's renningur. And it's decorative, and a lot of like hotels do. It's like you get this a very, very beautifully made up bed, and then you get like this half bedspread that's like folds over and just looks so nice. So that's kind of what she's gonna do with this pattern. She's gonna make half of it, and I think it would actually look really, really nice. Like you got, I mean, it's made out of, she's making it out of white cotton, and the pattern is a little open work, right? So if she's got like satin fabric in whatever color underneath, it's gonna look so, so nice. But as for the knit nights, I am so close. I am so close to be done with my balaclava, my lampushetta. Look, look. I think I got like 3 centimeters left to go before I split the top, and then I do the decrease around the middle, around middle CP, and I don't have a lot left to do. I'm so close to being done. Well, then I need to finish the top. I've got about 3 centimeters to go until I reach that portion, and then split the inflex. Okay, so I split this in 2 parts, work separately, and I do the decreases around the middle, and then at the end when I do the cast off, I sew the top together, so you know I have a hat, and then I do pick up the stitches in the around the face and do ribbing there. So I am really close to being done with the balaclava. Well, the first one, and then I have yarn to make a second one, because well, first off, this has been a really fun pattern to make. This is the Frostbuster balaclava of Garn Studio. I'm using, I'm making with Drops Air. And the thing is, the pattern calls for 3 skeins of this yarn. But I kind of feel like I'm only going to be using 2. So that means I've got another skein of this wonderful color, that is color 15. But because I also bought, excuse me, I also bought 3 skeins of this one, which is the color 32. Is this lovely? I really like this color. These two, yeah, they tone together, that's why I picked it. So this is like, kind of like a foggy type of colorway, and I love it. It's this lilac soft. Oh, the variety in this yarn. Look at it. I love it. And then I found this one, and it's kind of does also have this like fog quality. And the wealth of color in this. Oh, I love it when the colors aren't just. And yeah, so that means that I should have like 1 skein of this and 1 skein of this left, which I'm not complaining about, because there's always something that you can make with Drops Air, like sweaters. Speaking of sweaters, I think I forgot to put a picture in the last week's video of the sweaters that I, you know, bought the patterns for those 2 sweaters. I think the plan last week was to put pictures, and then I forgot it in the video. But one of the sweaters that I want to make is also worked from the top down. It's pretty simple, except for a really nice pattern on the front, right? And I've been wondering about what yarn to get for it, because I don't think I will be using that yarn that's recommended. I think it's called like Patagonia? I think it is. So, you know, chatting with the ladies on Knit Night, I was wondering if I, you know, Drops Air might be nice. It does have nice soft halo, and I know that working with it is a lot of fun, and I do know that I can get that at my at the coffee shop where we are. But I also remember this yarn that I got off of Ice Yarn some while ago. This sail yarn, winter sail yarn. It's this nice soft powdery pink. And I know that I want to make a sweater out of it, but I've been trying to figure out a pattern for it. Like, I probably have 50 ideas for this yarn. It's really soft. I can't. Does this label have? Yeah. These are 50-gram balls. I do have 24 of these because it was on sale. They're 225 meters per ball. It's 12% wool, 37% acrylic, and 51% polyester. So it should be fairly warm, not like too warm, and durable and washable. So maybe if I hold like 2 of these threads together, 2 or 3, because I don't think, I mean, this looks like, well, it could definitely be a 4mm with this. So if I hold 2 threads together, then I think I should be able to get up to the gouge. Is that how you pronounce it? The size of knitting needles that you're going to be using for the pattern. I think that's like 7 and 8mm knitting needles that you use for that one. So if I hold like 2 or 3 threads together, like I do with the lasso, then I should be able. Yeah, because the Drops Air is 7mm knit needles, or US 3. No, sorry, US knit needle size 10 and crochet hooks 3 to 4. So if I compare it with the Drops Air, which is single thread this wide, there you are. I mean, yeah, that should. Yeah, so maybe 2 threads. One of my neighbors is just driving up and down the street. How inconsiderate. Doesn't he know I have the window open? Oh, speaking of, most of the people aren't in town even. So my two of my co-workers are out in Poland with their husbands and their company. So one of the major companies in my town is a fishing company called Síldarvinnslan, one of the biggest ones in Iceland. And they're about 500 people have left town on past Thursday and Friday, and they all went to Poland for their company get-together. So they are off Friday, and my coworkers aren't going to be back to the country on Tuesday. So the town is practically empty, which is honestly kind of nice. Not gonna lie. Like, there's also winter holidays at school, so school's out for a little break. It was that company with their yearly get-together in Poland. The school's out. There was a volleyball competition in Mosfellsbær, which is close by Reykjavik, so they're off on the other side of the country. I think that was either children or teenagers competition type of thing. There's also a football school, something in Reyðarfjörður, which is 2 towns over my old hometown. Football for everyone else, soccer for Americans. And the 4th thing that I heard about was actually another like conference for a word that I have no idea what is in English. Verktakar. Really don't know what that's in English, but basically another group of people who are out of town because of a conference in Germany. So yeah, the town is practically a ghost town. There's just just some of us left, which is actually kind of nice. Like, it's been honestly really rather quiet and fairly easy at work. Like, I work at the only grocery store in town, so it's been relatively nice. Like, past Friday felt more like a quiet Saturday. It was really, really weird. It was like, yeah. Which thing I'm really, really thankful for, because we still had to do all the things that we needed to do. And because there were less people around, we actually managed to do the things that we needed to do. So yeah, I think that's enough from me this weekend. Like I said, I've already pre-filmed what I'm gonna offer you next weekend, and I'm really, really excited about that. I need to remember to edit and upload that one timely. So that's exciting. Still haven't decided what I'm gonna bring with me, or if I'm gonna bring anything with me when I go Friday to Reykjavik. I might bring something small to crochet. Haven't really decided on that. We'll see what it turns out to be. And yeah, so I will pass me. We'll see you next weekend, and then weekend after that is business as usual. This is so weird. It's so weird having pre-filmed something and trying not to talk about it because I want it to be a surprise. But yeah, I will see you hopefully next. Wait, you know what I'm talking about. I'm confusing myself. But yeah, past me will see you next weekend. I think I'm repeating myself, but I'm trying to wrap my brain around this. Past me will see you again next weekend, and future me will see you the weekend after that. Okay, did that make sense? Okay, anyway, I hope life is as good to you as it can possibly be. There goes my neighbor. Is he gunning an engine because he knows like most of the neighbors aren't home? Who knows? Might be. Outro. Okay, I hope life is as good to you as it can possibly be, and I will see you again in the future, and I will hopefully remember to tell you all about how the trip went and something else. Hopefully have something fun to show you. So I'll see you then. Okay, take care and bless. Okay, bless. I'm just confusing myself.